All right, welcome back to the show. Let's go in here and get our Facebook friends in. All right, we're in, we're live, guys. We're going to continue the build of the Rev L MP3 Mercedes Benz. Excuse me, Actros. So we will check and see who is going to be here. I have us all set up in streaming. Oh, no, streaming is perfectly working fine. I almost hit this close button like a dum-dum. All right, let's get us all set. Well, good evening. It is Tuesday, December the 14th, 2021, approximately 5:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, and it's a beautiful, beautiful 11th day before Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone had a great Monday and Tuesday. I will be getting started here soon. As you see, I put everything away. When I do tell you guys, I try to put everything away. I do have animals and a cat, so I have to bring a few things out here real quick, and we'll get started on it. All right, let's see. Pull everything out. The smaller stuff will be on the bottom. There we go. All right, cha-cha-cha. There's the stuff that we pulled off, and we'll work on the sprue to see what we're going. Let's see where we're at here. Get my light going for us, and I'll let everybody know I'm set up and ready. Come on. Light. There we go. All right. We are live. Oh, just good evening. How about just good evening? There we go. All right. So now I'm going to put this down here because this is my sprue lettering, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this back over here. Cha-cha-cha. That belongs to the 32. I already sealed the safe shut though. So I think that's one of the pieces now. We got to keep an eye on that little tiny piece right there, guys, because that thing I found on the floor, and I don't know how it got there. So, and I know it belongs to this because it's one of the parts here. It is actually number, again, with the magnifying glass, guys, 15B. That's what that is. Remind me, that's 15B. All right, so now we need B, B, and C. So B is going to be the one with the engine on. Put that down here because we don't need that one yet. Let's go ahead and pull these all out. So now we're looking for that piece. And the number of that piece is 13. So we're looking for number 13. These look like all their 150s. To ride motorcycles and all kinds of things before she had children. Okay, C. So let's see. C is this one here. All right. So we're looking for 13. Oh. Cha 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 cha. That looks like maybe that one right there. That's 4 and 5. That must be 13 right there. I really need a better light size situation. That is 14. Here's 13 is down, okay? You're right, they're right. I did take that out yesterday. So we had 4 parts. 1, 2, stop, baby. 1. I'll pour these out right here so I don't drop anything. All right. Yeah, those are the other 2 parts that I had out that they told me to pull out from that one. Hey, Sarge, how are you? Hey, Kevin. Glad to have you come in, brother. All right, so we're almost ready to start looks like the passenger side of the chassis so far. We're working on the MP3 here. Good, glad to hear that, man. So we now are the only thing, I think that's the only pieces we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have all of our pieces. Let me make sure I have 15. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're good. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is kind of a new thing. I mean, I'm used to building rigs and I'm used to doing things, but this is a Mercedes. I've not done an import, so we're kind of working our way slowly through the ranks again. I feel like a newbie here. I want to make sure I'm not, because this was a part that I would have never known. I would have thought that was a dang sprue piece, but it is definitely a part, guys, because it definitely looks like that, I think. But I'm gonna make sure. So A is the one with the engine on it. So we need to find 15 to make sure that we got the right one. Cha-cha-cha, now that's already off the rail. So if that was 16 down here, 15 should have been right near it, correct? Correct. Okay. Cha-cha-cha. Because it does say that it's on A. So this is A. So let's put it the way they have it. They have it with the engines. Cha-cha-cha. So this is A. This is the one it's supposed to be on. All right. And now we're looking for 15 to make sure we got it. Kind of looking for, it looks like some kind of a mount. It looks like it right there. 15B. And that's what that is, sir. 15B. Okay, so that's it right there. And that's going to be probably, those are both 15B, so there's going to be one for each side, so I got to remember that. Okay. So we're going to cut it off, and we'll have all the parts to start this one side, and then they work us right onto the other side. Yes, it was gorgeous. Very, very nice. All right. So we've got that one. So that one is something different. So there's the other one. 2, 3, 4. Ready for the engine part. Ready for the. All right. So here. So let's see. They're showing that this piece goes. Looks like there is supposed to be a pin on it. Hold on. Yes. That pin is supposed to be there. So do not remove that little piece thinking it's a sprue piece, because it does not appear to be so. Actually, it is. It's got a very small stud on it. Don't break the stud off. All right, so we're going to do this piece. So, and it goes into that line right there, right? There's a circle there. There's a line. There's a circle. Okay, so the very first drop bot, right about there, it appears that it goes. Oh wait, I'm doing it wrong. I'm such a dum dum. Goes in like so over the square block that's right there. All right, so do we know where that one goes? And the square plate here with the opening up goes in between here. There's a little square cut out there. Now, the bigger piece, there's a nipple here specifically for the top front one. Looks like it goes like that. Bring it over here and just make sure we got it right. That's not a pin. Nope, that's a piece of sprue. Okay, so I want to make sure I sand this down a little bit and clean it up a little bit. Oh, nice. Oh, see, that's a tip you should go put into the PAA. Today is Tip of the Day Tuesday. Go put that tip in PAA. Let everybody know they can do that and use those parts. See, that's what we like. Sarge. All right, so there's only supposed to be one pin. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not doing anything wrong when I pop the pin off. Okay, so there's one there. And then there's just this pin on the side. It doesn't really go to anything on the top. It just kind of sits on the side. I'll show you in a minute. But there is a pin right there and right there. And here on the chassis, on the inside, I have the barrel inside. There's a hole pin right here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There we go. Hole pin right there. All right, so that's where it's going to go there. And then it shows that it goes to the outside wall, it looks like. Yeah, there's a little tiny spot for it on the outside of the wall. So that's the little things you got to detail, you got to worry about with this one. All right, so there's a little tiny square, just tiny square on the outside that the other end foot goes into. Okay, so now we know where all the pieces go. And we can get that going. We know what we're doing, right? Right, okay. There's that one as well. And this one little one here is literally going to go. Let's see. This is here. These are the two pins there. This one's going here. Does appear to go. Let me make sure where the pin is before I open my mouth. Okay, that's just sprue, so let's sand that off so we can get a good look at what the piece actually looks like. That doesn't look like the part I was supposed to be doing here, guys. Did I knock it off? I don't think so. All right, let's get these on and we'll go from there. All right, so first thing here, and there's no words to tell you what these parts are, just so everybody knows. If I did have words, I would be telling you guys what these parts are called, but there is none. So I am just kind of, if I get quiet, that just means I'm thinking and making sure of where I'm putting stuff before I put it. This is my second dry fit, making sure I'm correct before I go any further. So again, welcome. I'm glad you came in there, Kevin. I know you haven't been to any, so I'm going to let you know that anything you see on the screen is not edited. It is actually put out there on YouTube, just the way it is. I don't edit it and edit out all my screw ups or my messes. You guys get to see the oopses as well as the final end product. I may do some on the backgrounds, but most of the time I usually just do it an hour, 2 hours here on the show, or run one on YouTube and one here, something of that nature when I do a build lately. This one looks like it might take me a while, so I'm probably going to do a little bit more than just an hour or two here, day in here, day in there. So, okay, so we got this one and this one ready to go on, this one ready to go on, and this one ready to go on. But for some reason now, that piece has eluded me, and I'm telling you, it looks so much like this one. Let me go back to the one that I got it off of and make sure to look at it really, really close. And so you guys want to know something? Neither one of these pieces are what I'm trying to get off. I think they're both just sprue. That one actually looks like a boot, but it's not. It's just a piece of sprue. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off before I really need to get like a needle nose pair of these cutters is what I really need to do, because some of these cuts are really close to the part and I don't want to mess up and nip apart a piece. So I just need to get me a new pair. All right, let's see what we got. A little bit of sprue there from overfill or seepage. And it looks like we pretty much got it. Okay, so now this is showing that it's got that big old line here. So I'm going to just naturally assume that it's going to go in the front one. And there's going to be one for the back one. Oh, no, it goes to the back one. Because when I look at the other side, the other side's going in the back. The same one, 15B. So I'm going to put it in the back the way it shows on the other side. See, that's a good thing for me. All right, so that one goes there on the frame. I'll put them into place and we'll go from there, guys. Again, if I get quiet, my brain is working, and I apologize for that. If anybody needs to wake me up and say something, just kind of wake me up by PMing me. I will be able to. Oh wait, did I do that right? No, I'm a dum-dum. Almost put the glue in the wrong spot. All right, so now I just put just enough glue in there to hold the part in, and then I kind of bring it off the edge to try to get it underneath. And again, when I'm done doing all of these parts, putting all these things on, I will go back and clean everything up and make sure it looks right before I paint it. Once I get everything on, making sure that it sits straight in the box. All right, which one do we want to do first? Let's do now. The rest of it goes on the, one goes on the inside, and then we'll flip it around and do the outside, okay? All right, so this one, there's a box on the bottom of it that goes to the box on the ledge. So with the pin up, and that is number 15B. No, my bad. That is number 9B. Drop, and then I just kind of move it around the edges so it falls over the edges. There you go. Now, did I clean that one up? It does not look like it. And I don't want any problems with this because this thing has side skirting. So I recommend anything you do. If you never clean any model in your life or clean any sprue off in your life, I recommend that this one you do, because the way when I've been looking at the instructions, some of these parts, you need to make sure that they fit perfectly correct. I mean, it's not like, you know, a AMT kit where you can fudge a budget a little bit and then fix it up later on when you realize that, oops, that part's not sitting right. These imports, from what I've been told and what I've seen, are sometimes a real kick in the pants. All right, instead of putting it on the chassis this time, we're just going to put it right up here on the rail, as well as one right here on the part that goes outside in the square. Now, again, it goes to the first hole, right up above the last one you just put in, and then there's a square box, so watch the box when you bring it down. Hold it for a couple of seconds. That box should set it right in the place where it needs to be. I need to check to make sure it's flush and level. I'm going to set it there like that for a second. I do see a little sprue I need to get off of that piece right there real quick. Yeah, there we go. That's all it was. Just from. All right, so now that's sitting down in the box exactly where it's supposed to go. That's on the line up here all the way to the back side of the inside of the chassis. I just want to make sure I got that flat. I'm not seeing it too well. All right, there we go. All right, guys. One more piece, and then we move on to the other side, and then we'll start doing the inside. Looks like we start doing the bracketing. Everybody hear me okay, I'm assuming? Today I'm not having any technical difficulties, guys, so you guys are getting to be lucky. My last couple of videos, I had all kinds of technical difficulties. Again, I'm putting in the back because the left side showed me that it goes to the back, because that's where they're putting that one. And it's the same identical number, so I'm assuming it's one of the braces for the... Okay, so there we go. 1, 2. I don't know if you can see that or not. 2, 3, 4 pieces. And that one side of the rail is all but done. There we go. Figure out a way to lean it so we're not pushing any parts. Okay, now it's going to be the next one is down is number 3, and it's got all the same parts except for the opposite side. So we know where they all go. So let's go find all the parts. There's 15B. That one I know. So we'll find that. I am going to be painting this chassis black, I believe is what I said, F, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, were you there the other show? I think I said F. I don't want to have to go looking at the instructions, but I think F is black. So I'm going to put all the stuff that I want to on the chassis and get it all squared out and built and let it set for a day. And then I'll paint it, and then I'll bring it back in, and we'll start adding stuff, probably hand-painted or airbrushed, or I'm sorry, or rattle can painted, and then bring it in and put it on every now and then. So hopefully this doesn't take us, you know, I'm not even sure I'm going to be done with this by the first of the year, guys. We got a lot of upcoming builds. So Kevin, I know you haven't been around. Hey, Jeff, good evening, buddy. How are you? I figured you'd be at work, my friend. Kevin, if you haven't been to any of the shows or haven't seen any of the shows or other than watching these videos, we are on YouTube and TikTok, guy. If you need any of that information, you can PM me. I will give you all the addresses you need to know. As well as if you're not on TMA, go join TMA, and if you guys on TMA aren't on PAA, go join PAA, guys, so that you guys can check out these videos. You don't need to be on PAA or TMA, but one or the other, to go to the YouTube channel. And you know, it's pretty much open to anybody. Take your family, whoever you wanted to go check out the builds and stuff. It's not like the group here where, you know, you guys can't, you know, have somebody come in and go check it out that likes it and tell us that they like it. It's not like it's a closed group. So Hope you guys enjoy the videos. If I talk too much, y'all just turn your headsets off. I don't think I say anything that interesting, but I might. You never know. You're definitely going to want to hear the oopses and holy craps. I almost said the bad word, didn't I, Sarge? All right. So I don't even have my headset on or my speakers on or nothing because, and I think Paul's going to do a room later, and I'm going to try to chime in on that later on as well as doing some builds, doing some more of this build. So if you guys want to check it out, go to TMA when Paul does his room, if he does his room, and I will go in there and I will just point my camera at my build, and you guys can bump and chat all you want. You guys, if you still want to keep watching the build of the Mercedes, you can do it there. I think Paul is still working on the stake truck, if I'm not mistaken. I know he did a lot of great weathering on that. So he definitely came out of his comfort zone as well. I came out of mine with the tank. I don't know if you saw that or not there. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you were able to pop in then. You know, don't get yourself in any trouble, man. Just trying to get to the show, brother. It's okay. You can watch it later. Tell me you were there if you want. That's fine. You know, I'm not worried about it, brother. I appreciate you. Don't get me wrong, but I also don't want you to get in any trouble, man, at work. All right, sprue connection. And again, I'm looking for seam lines. If I see any real big seam lines that might cause me a problem in the near future putting a piece on, I will definitely sand them puppies down smooth. If I see any pins that have any sprue marks next to it or anything, I make sure to sand them down. I also try to get a little bit of the shine off of wherever I'm going to be gluing to so that it catches up good sometimes, depending on where it's at, especially on the top of the chassis and stuff. And I'm going to try to do that to the connection center rails so they adhere better. Those are the ones you really want to grab nice and strong. Okay, so now we're going to be going back to the other three parts because we already got that one out and cleaned and this one out and cleaned. So C14, excuse me, B9 and B10. So let's try B9 and B10 first. So B is going to be the one with the engine on it, right? Yep, B is with the engine on it. So what I say it was B9 and B10. Jeez. All right, so first of all, so there, that looks like, see, I know what I'm looking for now. So there's 10 right there. Because now I know what I'm looking for. It's the same identical parts. And they're going to be right next to each other. So see, now I got it. The other day I was having all kinds of problems finding stuff because I just wasn't realizing that I wasn't following the way I should have been. And now that I said that, I'm going to have problems finding my next secondary part, right? Dang it. B9 is going to be this one here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure of it. Yep, that's 9. Okay. And we'll clean these 3 up, and then we'll get it rocking and rolling. There we go. All right, now what else did I say I needed? Was C14. C's the one with the going to be with the one with the face. And I know that means that it is the one that's right next to it, which is going to be this one, which is C14. And there's C14 right there. All right, so we got all of our parts. And the next one is, just so if anybody is building this and watching this video, the next one is C106 and C108. If you want to grab those parts off for your next startup, if you're already ahead of me on this one. All right. Hey, Mr. Lovelace, how are you? Yes, Jeff, Mr. Lovelace's weathering does look good. I agree. I very much agree. Hey, Mr. Lovelace, how are you, sir? How was your day, brother? And you're very welcome. It is. You stepped out of your comfort zone on weathering. I stepped out on my tank, and I think the tank came out good. I'm still kind of leery of doing the paint job, but I'm getting ready to buckle down and just try to figure out some greens that I can use. I'm going to use the schematic to find a nice olive green or whatever I can, and I'm just going to try to match that color as best I can, and then I'm just going to go in and kind of like highlight it with it and stuff. And I'm probably not going to take it outside and do the whole airbrush thing like I was going to. It's just I got to get everything. My sister's living on the trailer, number one, and I have to get in there and get everything. And we have kind of all of her stuff stored in the back room stuff too. Busy? Okay. Well, that's a good thing. That means your day went by. How's your weather up there, bro? All right. So we cleaned everything and we're ready to rock and roll. Here's the one we already did. I want to check that before it goes too much further to make sure it's all the way back. It is. Make sure that's right in the square. Forward just a hair. Forward just a hair because it looked like it was more one way than the other. All right, so there we go. There's that. All right. All right, same principle, same places, guys. Just the opposite side of the chassis. So I already know where everything goes, so I'm just going to grab it real quick and put them together. Now that I've said that, watch me mess it all up. Okay, so tiny bit of dab, and then just move it around. All right. And that would be this one. That's the top of the chassis. 60. Oh, nice. That's nice weather. I mean, was this 60 raining and hail? I mean, is it they're just 60? All right, now we know the other one goes up here. Same thing. I'm just going to drop a tad of glue on it and move it around. All right. I'm sorry, say that again. Okay. Yeah, give me, guys, I'm going to do the short one tonight, 30 minutes. Mama wants to bake and she needs her mixer, and when she kicks that mixer in, nobody can hear nothing. So she wants to do baking though. So I'm gonna do it. You know, we've already been on for a little while, so I got like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but I will be rocking and rolling. No big deal. I forgot all about Mama coming home tonight and doing baking and stuff early. That was kind of like a my boner. I should have either done an earlier one and just waited and went to Paul's room. So goes to the outside. This one goes inside. Okay, so that one goes inside. Let me make sure what this one does. Okay, so that's like that. That's gonna go like this. Okay, so the opening in the plastic's got to go to the outside. Paul says you're an excellent baker, Mom. She just kind of gave one. She gave kind of like an evil chuckle wickle and walked outside. One of those, you know, like she knows what you're remembering. What am I doing wrong here, boys? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here, boys. I'm being a dum dum. That's what I'm doing wrong here, boys. Correct. I was being a dum dum. Okay. Jeez Louisa. See, started thinking about Mama's cookies, and I was really off of whack. All right. Again, there's that little tiny square. Just make sure that square is in there right, and that you're far back in the back of this pin, I would assume, just to make sure everything lines up. And just remember, everything goes to the back side of the walls. Push it as far outside as you can so that you got plenty of room inside to put your gas tanks and everything. Because I was looking through the instructions, and the outside walls on these things are like really, really close to the fuel tanks once you put the skirting on. So you want to make sure everything is exactly level and straight best you can. So that's why I messed with this one a second ago, because it looked like it was up off a little bit. Okay, so we're there now. So we're past that one after we put this one last part in, and it's going to go in the rear again. It goes this way. Oh, I get what it was telling me on the other one. Okay, I got you. So it's actually showing that it is going to the back. There's this cut. There's this circle here. It looks like there's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4 circles back here, though, and there's not. So just so you know, on this piece here, and I've got it exactly the way it's supposed to go. Yeah, that's right. I'm just checking to make sure I got it right, guys. That's all. Okay, so we're looking at this one now. This one's up here. That's exactly the way that one looks. We got all the parts there we're supposed to, all the squares and stuff there we're supposed to. So that takes care of that. I'm just kind of lining it up and looking at everything to make sure I made, before everything glues up too tight and too hard, make sure I got everything covered. So no, I did it right. Yeah, I think I got it, guys. So we're good. All right. Just like I didn't recognize it. It's a. It looks like it's got an angle at the rear, but it doesn't. It's just got an angle iron piece here. So I'm not. I was kind of going. Well, wait a minute. Then I do that backwards. All right. So let's go ahead and put this on the outside. It shows. So let's make sure that that one's on the outside as well. Okay. So yes. Okay. Outside back. So that's where we're going. Outside back. Tap a little here. All right. All right. There we go. Side number 2 and instruction number 3 done. This was instruction number 1 for those of you who didn't see it. It was 5 different pieces to make a center bracket for the inside of the chassis, like so. And again, they don't tell you exactly what these parts are. You know, it'd be nice if when they put the little bubbles next to the word or next to the numbers and everything, they gave you a little box that says this part is called, or a little arrow that says what the actual part is. Some do, but some don't. Revel has a habit of not doing that and just giving you a really big picture and kind of a really good detailed picture. I know I saw this somewhere, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not thinking of the wrong piece. Yeah, pretty sure. C7 and 8. It looks like, or 6 and 8. It looks like 6 and 8, right? Yeah, C6 and 8. So that's the one with the front on it, 6 and 8. So it's going to be this one and this one, if I'm not mistaken. It's 108 and 106. Right? We did it. We did it. We found it. Yep. Okay, 106 and 108. So that's these two right here. All right. We just started this yesterday, just so you know, Kevin. All right. I want to do this. All right, I know it had one there. Make sure that's through. So I see the two things here. I see that goes like that. That goes like that. And the big one goes up front. The long ones go up front with the box. Oh, I'm backwards. Sorry, I was just telling you that. Okay. So that goes like so. You got 2 pins on each side. You got an L shape. And you have 2 squares to show you which one. Now, the shorter ones they're showing is going to the back. But they're also showing that the square things are on the back as well as the latch. Okay, so I would recommend you just do that. There's another piece of sprue I missed. I don't see, like I said, a whole lot of really deadly or pronounced lines. So I'm just kind of because I'm painting it all black. I'm just kind of going along with the build here. What's up, Jeff? How's everything going, man? Still with us? All right. I think we're good there. So let's go ahead and put this one together now. Again, the angle, the box, deeper part of the box goes towards the back side, it shows, as well as these handles, it looks like. I don't know if they're handles or whatever, but they also go to the back side of the box. And they're showing to glue the lid right down on top, so we're going to do that. All right. So number 4 is done. Yeah, it feels like I got a little piece of sprue right there. All right. So that's another piece done. So now we're moving on to the actual chassis assembly, guys. Just so you know, we have this one. There is a V bracket in here, as well as another cross member, almost like this, only shorter. And there's one component in the back and a square cross member for the total rear, as well as this box in the rear. So let's find our chassis parts. And they're all going to be on, should be, okay, so A, C, 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 A, and A. Got that built already. A, so A and C. Okay. So let's do that. So A and C. So let's do C first, because we know that that's the one that's got this little doohickey yaki daki here. And there is the, if I'm not mistaken, that is the first one that I need. And that is number 11. Actually, that says number 6 on it there. But what do I know? 11. And that's the only piece that looks like that on here. That's the right one, right? Yeah, so if I stick this way over here like this. Okay, so I see number 8. And I need number 11. And I need C, which is the square here, right? Yep, that shows 11. But that shows number 6, and it's the only one that's got the cross member like that, guys. Found it. All right, Jeff. Thanks, brother, for being jumping in, bro. Be safe at work tonight. And now the V piece bar, which is also on A. There it is right there. Okay, we are looking for number 8. That is number 8. Okay. And then we're going to be dropping the chassis together, and I think that'll be it for tonight, guys, because I don't want to keep adding stuff to the chassis. It's just going to make it heavy on the chassis rails, and I want everything to seal up and harden up really good. So when we're done with putting the chassis together here, we'll go through number 6, and then I'm going to call it a night, guys. So I'm sure Paul wants to do his room. And if I'm not mistaken, Paul, you're going to be in TMA to do your room, brother, again? And we'll put the rest of the stuff on, because then they start with the rest of the cross members, and then we go into the engine on our next show, guys. So we can do that, okay? All right, so now, I want to make sure I've got everything. So I've got this piece that it wants me to put in, and I've got all my side pieces that it wants me to put in. I'm looking for the last back piece on C. Which should be the piece that I was looking at already. This one. Should be this one. This one right here should be. So what number did they say it was? It is number 6, and that is number 6. Let me make sure. I know it was, but let me make sure. Okay, yep. All right, so I think we have all of our pieces to put our chassis together. And then we'll just do number 16A to go along with it, because that's how they put the front together. All right. Let's clean these up first and get this chassis puppy built here. Paul, you still working on, what are you working on, Paul? Your steak truck still, or you got something else going now? Anybody else working on any plastic? And I'm going to tell everybody on the 24th, our theme of the day is going to be your Christmas decorations, whether you lit up your house or your Christmas tree, or you have a little table with some curios on it or something. That's going to be our New Year, our Christmas Eve theme of the day. So everybody knows, I'm giving everybody a head start. So if you guys don't have anything up and you want to set something little up, you can. But by now you should have stuff set up. So, okay, so that one's done. That one's cleaned. Again, okay, so there's a mold line that I'd like to get off. So that's going to show if I lift the chassis area off, okay? Yeah, see, there's only defined lines on certain things, guys. I mean, I'm noticing that with this build, just so everybody knows. Like here, see that? I'm pretty sure that pin's supposed to be there. I don't want to pull that pin off. Got to look to see if it's, no, it's broken, so it's got to be a piece of the sprue. All right, so that takes care of that. Okay, so this is shaped kind of weird too, guys. It's got kind of like a bow to it in the back, and it's got like a dip in the top of it. So I'm going to venture to say, because it looks like it's going to the back, and this one looks like it's going here like this in front of it. Got to get over here where you guys can see it. Right here in front of it, it's supposed to go something of that nature, is what it looks like inside the chassis. So we got those 3 ready to go, and we got that ready to go. Let me go ahead and clean the tips off of this, and we can get this chassis. Okay. That's cool. It's up to you, brother. If you do, just PM me, and if I can, I will. Or maybe I'll just pop in and do a room later on tonight. But Mama's going to be baking, so that's why I said it's going to be kind of hard sometimes for me to do the shows and stuff. That's why I've been trying to do them at 5. So for those of you who can't, because Mom usually doesn't get home until 6:30, 7:30. So I figured I could do the show and get everything done and be out of her way out of the kitchen. That's my biggest thing. And then I know she's home baking and doing her machines and stuff. And I'm not in another room, which I maybe, for the holidays I could have set up in another room, but I don't think I need to. All right. Almost done with this chassis, Mom, and we're done. All right. Okay. So there's an opening at the bottom of this V area. It goes down, guys, like that. Okay, so we're going to put the chassis together. It's going to look something of this nature, just so you know. So if I don't stop each time and show you. So there's your 2 chassis pieces. Let me set them up here where you can see them. Okay, there's your one. There's your passenger side, your driver's side. This is going to go to the direct rear, as well as this one here goes right behind it, across the back, like so. Appears to be that this goes right in front of that, then that, then that. There's your chassis, there's your area, and then we have a front piece that on number 6 that they show to put the rest of the front end together. So that being said, let's get to it. So I'm going to lay them down open like this so I can watch each side as I go through it. So now this would be going, looks like this would be going here. Correct. Okay, so it looks like this goes into forward a little bit. There's 2 little sets of lines they go in. Just so everybody knows, on each side there's 2 little sets of lines. So I'm going to find where everything goes, and then I'm going to go ahead and put glue in those spots. And then we'll come back in and put one side. We'll put one side in at a time as we go along instead. How about that? So we guys can see what's going on. Okay, so there's really not an up and a down on this one. It looks like both sides are the same. So it doesn't really matter which side you put, left or right. I'm going to start out with the driver's side, putting pieces on. Again, this goes to the inside. First set of squares, it looks like it belongs. It literally looks like it belongs, guys. All right. That's not going to be right because it doesn't have anything back here to support it. All right. Now we got it. I'm just trying to make sure that I get it supported because it is the chassis. And this skirting is thick. All right, so that done. Looks like let's try this to get this, try to get this wherever it's supposed to go. Looks like something like in, so this one goes into here. This one goes, see that even looks crooked. All right. So this one's going to go here, if I'm not mistaken. And then this one is going to go next. That one goes there is what that one does. And this one goes here. That can't be right, guys. So there's that back. And it does show that it goes in the lines up front that are supposed to be up front that aren't up front. Oh, I'm getting it. I'm looking at it as the front and back, and it's not like that with this. Okay, so if I put this here, go to this one, go over here to this one. So it's definitely behind the pin here. So this one definitely goes here. This one definitely goes here. Right into there. Right? That should be perfect sizing. Those two are the same, correct. And that is perfect. So that does go in there. Then it appears that this one goes here. Yeah, this one goes here. Like that. This one goes here. Like that. Excuse me. Like that. So that it's straight when I put it to the other side. Correct. Okay. All right, so we got it now. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so this big one goes here. This one goes here. Turn it around this way. That's the way they're building it, right? Correct. So yes, this one goes here. Like I said before the bend, correct? Okay. There's a bend in the plastic here. So you guys be aware now. There's a flat side to this, and there's kind of an oval side to this. I don't know if you guys saw the difference. There's a bigger, wider mouth and a shorter mouth. The shorter mouth goes towards the back, guys. Nice if I stuck something in there, huh? All right. Like I said, anybody else working on plastic? I don't want to be the only one talking here, guys. Somebody say something. I could keep talking if you wanted, but I think that would be kind of boring just to hear me talk the whole time, don't you guys? Now this is going to go into here. Like so, right into here behind this one, into this one here, like so. Wait, something's wrong here. Hold on to your horses here. Hold on to your horses here. I got to see something here real quick. Okay, so that's right. I want to find the spots that they're showing me with the stuff in it already. See where each thing goes on the chassis to make sure I'm not putting it in the wrong place. Those were motor mounts, so now I know what those are. Oh, awesome. So that one's supposed to, I'm just going to put this together here real quick, guys, and see if it's in the right positioning. So yeah, that definitely does look like it's going where it's supposed to go, guys. Yep. So, and shortly after that, that's what's driving me bananas, is it's so close. So close. I mean, when you put this here, right where it does go, which I just checked all through the instructions, when you put this here, this piece goes right in here. It just doesn't make any sense. So long. But that's what it's saying to do. And that one's where it's supposed to go. Well, it's off a little bit because I don't have any glue on it, but that one's where it's supposed to go. And this one's supposed to go in there. Looks like from that to that, so let's do it. All right, so from there, it appears that it goes from there. Trying to make sure there's not like a cutout for it, and there is. Oz is kind of really wondering here if it goes there. Doesn't even fit there. Doesn't go under it, or over it, should I say. And it definitely has the rounded portion facing forward, like so. And it's definitely going right in front of, so then this goes in here. Shows it goes in here, I'm assuming. So if I got this one in my hand, which is this side, right? Right. This is this side, so this is the inside. Correct. And I'm supposed to be able to see somewhere that this thing goes. Oh, wait. It would appear that there's two holes right there. So, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I'm going to go ahead and put the other side on here. This goes here. And that definitely goes there. Now, how the hell is this going to fit in there along with this and this? That in itself is crazy as hell. So if I turn it over, can I get it in there? I'm trying to see if there's another way to get it in there. This is definitely a different kind of build, should I say, because this is definitely something you need to really be 100% on top of, guys, just so you know, because there's these three parts right here. All three of these parts are supposed to go in this area right here. Now, if you look at that and you look at the size of the area, I don't get it. So I must be doing something backwards or wrong, even though I do not believe I am, because I have everything else exactly the way it's supposed to go. I also got to get out C54, and maybe that'll give me more of an angle of where I need to be. So C54. So C is the one with the front end as well. So now we're looking for 54, which I think is that one right there. It looks like it. That is 54 there. So maybe if I put that into place, it'll give me my length perspective better. But again, I know a lot of guys that would cut that out, trying to figure all that out. But that's what part of the building is. If you're not doing the whole build. So that's part of, that's just a piece of sprue there, okay. All right, so let me sand this down on the end where the sprue was. And I'll find out, and I'll locate this, and that'll tell me exactly where the rest of it goes, because this is the front of all of that. This goes in the front of all of that. Okay, so now, if I have the engine the way it shows, or I'm sorry, the rear end the way it shows, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. It's keeping me with these up top. That means that this goes on the inside. That can't be right. On the inside. Okay, so it says it goes. Holy crap. It does say it goes on the inside there. Holy crap. It goes right there. Right there on that line right there. And again, here we go again. There's a line right there that it's supposed to be on. This is supposed to go. With the smaller portion to the back. Now there, like that. I don't have that glued in yet, so hang tight. Right, so let me get this on the right on the line where it's supposed to be. That one's not glued into place yet either, so. Okay, so supposedly that's where that goes. All right, now I'm supposed to put this. It really doesn't make any sense, boys and girls. Okay, so I got that in there, and then I put this in here. Like so. Trying to see if there's a spot specific for it. Well, that looks like where that's going to go. That could go there. Yeah, that's all I can do. All I can say is that should go there. That's where it's showing. It's showing right in front of that. And it's showing that this is a lot further up forward, guys. I definitely have it upside right. So there, that's like that, perfectly. Look over here to see what's going on. Now, if that is on that where it goes, maybe that's what it is. I got that in the wrong spot. Pulled that off just the hell of it, just to make sure I don't have it in the wrong spot. It does show that it's at the back side of it. It really does. So maybe I am wrong there. Maybe I am wrong on that portion. Okay, so let me bring that back. Let's see if we can't get this center one in first into place, and then we'll go from there. I know that's the only place that one can go. So this one would go other way, Dingleberry. Right under that spot's the only place that can go to make that line up. So I'm going to put that one in because we can always put the front and back one as long as I got the center moving the way I want it to and staying the way I want it to. This can be all sealed up and glued, and we'll go from there. All right. Let's make sure this sucker stays into place. Okay, so now if I did this correctly, that should sit like that. This should go right into here on that. Right there, correct. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so that's it. See? You gotta step back and punt sometimes. Okay, so that's looking better. See that little generator box or whatever it is really made it stand out to me exactly what was going on here. Okay, so now we put that exactly where those boxes are at the back side. Okay, there's a box on the back side there. And we make sure that those stay inside there. Oops, get over there. So that's where that goes. There's little boxes on the back side. So make sure to remember that. So push it all the way back so it lines up perfectly with the back side. Now let's flatten it out to where it looks flat and stays flat. Right to the back side of the chassis. Right to the edge. That's what I would say. All right, now that should be better. Okay, so now, in all rights, this should, in all rights, be able to go right in here. And again, I am not very happy with the way this thing is looking out. Yeah, something's not right in Denmark. I got something wrong, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day for here for night so Mama can get to her stuff instead of sitting here fighting with this. I will figure it out and let you guys know exactly how I had to handle it. So I hope you guys had a great night. I appreciate you. Y'all come in and check it out. I will definitely have it all squared away ASAP, and we will get back to it. I'm out of here. Like, subscribe, share, follow, hit that button if you want to know when I'm on. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.